This is Bottles and Bitchin, where the bottle of wine goes in and the bitchin comes out. I'm JT.
I'm Christy.
And we are going to be drinking the same wine today.
Heck yeah.
We're going to be drinking what's known in the social media world as $2 Chuck.
Oh, yeah. Chuck and I go way back.
Oh, do you?
I mean.
So far back. Yes, this might be just as good as communion wine. So it's a 2015 Cabernet Sauvignon by Charles Shaw. Cheers.
Cheers. Clearly, I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
Already pouring before you even said cheers.
You can taste
That's
that $2 Chuck. So today, ironically, we are going to be talking about the social media. Not the social media, I guess a bunch of social medias.
All of the medias.
All the medias. Let's start where it first began.
Where it first began.
The internet. So Al Gore
media.
created the internet, right? And I mean, he is the creator. No, so we have the internet, and we have.
What came first, MySpace or Facebook?
No, MySpace did, I think.
MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace.
Did you have a MySpace? Or no, there's AIM. I would say the first social media was probably
AOL? We had
A-
AOL and AIM, AOL Instant Messenger.
Or at least of what we as middle schoolers or whatever.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I forgot about AOL and AIM.
Yeah.
I'm sure like all those like users 16 or 17 and under have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. The doo-doo-dun or doo-ding.
You know what I watched the other day?
Doo-ding. Doo-ding.
I saw on Instagram, this video of these two teenage boys who were trying to figure out how to use a rotary phone.
Oh, nice.
And their parents gave them 4 minutes to figure out how to use a rotary phone, and they didn't make it.
Wow.
They didn't know what a dial tone was. They picked up the phone and they were like, "What is this?"
Ironically, I bet if you give them a Rubik's Cube, they're going to like solve it in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah.
And then you give them a phone that literally has maybe like 9 buttons and you can't really. That's sad.
Yeah.
Boy, that's sad. Well, I did have a MySpace, but not for the longest time because my parents didn't want me to get one. I was more curious of what it was, and I was maybe, I don't know, 13, 14, and there was a lot of things in the news about, like, all these sexual predators that were using MySpace, and...
Was that a thing yet? I'm sure that was a thing.
That was a huge thing. That was a big...
It was made.
And, like, I also loved on MySpace, I'm sure we'll get into it, is, like, you had to choose your top friends, and they would be displayed on your profile. Like,
right.
You can only choose, I don't know, at the time it was like top 5 friends. And people would message you all the time and try to be like, hey, cool, I'm glad we're getting along. Am I on your list? Did I make it? If not, that's totally cool. But I think you're amazing. And I hope that one day we can be in the top 5. Or at least I can be in the top 5. But anyway, you know, you get the idea. Is that they like you just wanted to be there, and when you were, it was like amazing. But then this was the first kind of defriending moment, was when you got removed from the top 5 and got replaced. It's the equivalent to now on Facebook when you're like, wait a minute, why am I not friends with that person
Or
anymore?
it's like Snapchat, like having a streak with somebody. Have you had a streak with somebody?
Oh, girl, have
What's
I had a
the longest streak you've had?
Oh, over 100.
Yeah, same.
But no, not cool. It was almost Kanye level of like obsession.
Oh, was it with a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and like it was like,
Bitch, you better Snapchat me or we're over.
Yeah, that might have been a text actually, but it would be a text of like, I'd be like, good morning. She went, make sure you respond. Respond to what? You have 2 hours to send me a snap.
Oh my God.
And I went, and I took a picture, and I'm sure it looked like some like abstract Picasso thing because it was probably blurry and like you couldn't make out what it was, but it didn't even matter. They weren't like, oh, I look so cute today, or oh, this is a picture of my dog or a cat. It was like, hi. 99 days. Cool.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't anything meaningful whatsoever. But anyway.
Sure.
I remember, when did you join Facebook? Did you join it when it first started?
No, I was late to pretty much all of the games.
Oh.
Ooh. So MySpace I think I had for a really short amount of time. And I had it using a school computer before it was blocked on the school computers.
Nice.
And I didn't use my real name. I had like some sort of crazy fake name. Because wasn't everyone like Princess Star 35? Wasn't
Right.
that like your MySpace name? Or something.
Mine was like J to the T.
Or maybe that was AOL. I don't remember.
Mine was Lil Redhead JT. I love that. Lil Redhead JT. Mm-hmm.
I was something stupid. I don't even remember. Well, at one point I was like Midnight Sky something.
Oh man, could you imagine putting that on a resume and being like, "Oh, just go ahead and email me, hotshot business
Huge
owner."
sidetrack. If you're a professional in the business right now and your email isn't your name or anything to do with your business or name, change your email. Like
Volleyball girl 74.
I had an assistant whose email was like princess something. Granted, her business wasn't princesses, but when you don't know that, when you don't know she's like a princess cosplayer,
Sure.
you're just like, what kind of email is this?
I'm hiring
anyways,
a princess.
So I was late on the boat on social medias of all kinds. So Facebook, I didn't have until after we went to Europe for orchestra because I wanted pictures because my digital camera at the time died. And so, no, it wasn't even digital. It was one of those winding cameras. It wasn't like the disposable ones.
Not like the rotary cameras, but
it was an electric winding film camera.
Yes.
And it died. It wouldn't wind the film anymore. So I had to like carefully rewind my or wind up my film so I wouldn't lose all those pictures.
Good God.
Yeah. And this was the age of digital phone or digital cameras. I just didn't have one. I was always late on every sort of technological something. So I had this old camera and everyone else had digital cameras and they're like, oh, well, we'll just post it on Facebook so you can have it on Facebook.
And you're like, I don't have one.
And yeah, I didn't have a Facebook. So I got a Facebook at age like 16. So for us, that was that was pretty late in the game of getting a Facebook.
That's 2 years.
What?
2 years.
Since it was made.
Yeah.
Oh,
2006,
okay. So I guess I wasn't
right?
too
2005,
behind.
2006.
Yeah, so I got it in like 2008.
Yeah. But that is late in the online
it's late,
world.
It's
That's
late
like
for what our
15
generation
years.
started. Yeah. Yes.
I mean, I joined when I got an email from a friend being like, "Hey, join this website. It's where you connect with people." I'm like, "What?"
Did you join it right when it became a thing?
Yeah, like you had to be
right when it
referred.
was not. Oh yeah, so it was like right out of college.
Yeah. No.
Like
high
because
school.
it started with college kids.
Yes.
Like when it was first created.
Yep.
And then it went to
you had to have a
be
high
invited.
school email.
Yeah.
Like you had, or like
Oh,
it was, or
yeah.
you had to verify
Like a
your high
school.
school.
Yeah.
Middle schoolers weren't allowed. Elementary school kids weren't allowed.
Well, don't
and
you have to be above 13?
theoretically, but
Facebook?
the internet.
No one
is,
does.
Yeah, the internet.
I have been in
catfishes all the fucking
Instagram
time.
comment battles with 10-year-olds.
Hell, fucking look at the trolls on YouTube, those assholes.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, just get a life, kids.
Well, you YouTubed.
YouTubed. I did.
And you YouTubed at a young age.
I mean, I YouTubed in middle school.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a troll. It was just kind of like,
No.
oh, that's a cool way that I can share a video.
You posted content constantly.
I did, and like I applied to the YouTube Partner Program, which is the one that like they pay you basically for every kind of like I think it was like every 1,000 views or whatever. But there was a kid like younger than me that was like an absolute YouTube star. Like he had hundreds of thousands.
And that was the beginning of YouTube stars.
Yeah, it was. Well,
that was like
YouTube would
way
feature
back.
a video. Like they would feature just one video a week or something like that. And of course, the population of YouTube on the homepage was getting more and more popular, and those videos kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, oh man, one day I'm gonna get one of my videos featured on there. I haven't, but so it goes. But Facebook, MySpace, those were my first two, and I used MySpace actually, ironically, not for friends. I used it for music.
I used MySpace when I had it randomly, was to just like talk to random strangers, because I did everything that like a child attacker would.
This is why my mom didn't want me to join.
Yeah,
this.
no,
like,
I totally did all the wrong things on the internet. Well, because the internet when we were young was like a new thing. Like, I mean,
dial up, baby.
Yeah, but when social media happened, no one knew how to control it. No one knew how to handle it. And it just went out of control. I mean, our school computers allowed you to go on them.
Yeah.
And now everything's blocked if you're in school to go on to anything like that.
There was in there.
I mean, in AOL or AIM,
yeah,
that you would talk to strangers just all day long, like during like lunch hours and like computer classes. You'd just be talking to strangers.
And the thing,
and there were people out there like sexting you or whatever.
Yeah.
And like,
it's the world's still full of them,
so
but
like
it's
I'm
easier
like
now.
11, 12-year-old.
God.
With like this vulgar, and it's like a stranger. Yeah, it's bad.
I remember like AIM
on a school computer. I remember a friend showing me like
Jesus.
like inappropriate things on a school computer.
Jesus.
I have no idea.
This is why we don't have Apple computers anymore. They're all like PC and filled with viruses and all that control. But like I think I remember AIM. I was very, very into AIM, and I was like, because it like you knew when a friend was online, you knew them when they weren't, and it's basically I guess the equivalent of Facebook Messenger. I don't know where that is now, but like when I was on Facebook, you could kind of understand and see when someone was online, and then message them and see when they left. But the cool thing is you could have away messages and whatnot.
Oh,
that shit was cool.
Yeah.
But remember, kids, at this time we had phones. Some of us have phones, cell phones, but these cell phones only could receive calls, and if they received a text message, it would have cost a shit ton.
Yeah, that's another thing. I
text
didn't have a
message,
cell phone until much later than most people did.
Yeah, same
I
here.
mean, 16, I think, was when I got one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little prepaid flip phone that could pretty much only text message and call.
I mean,
that's why LOL was
exist.
created, was because it was just too dang long to try to type laugh out loud or like ha ha ha, because you're typing, the number 2 to get the letter C 3 times. Like you're typing each number multiple times to try to get a letter. So that's what abbreviation started. And I remember my friends kept saying like, oh, don't use LOL, it's so lame. Like just say ha ha or something, because like don't be part of this culture.
Yeah, but there's more characters and
yeah, but that was like the thing. It was just like dumb to say LOL.
And that's funny because nowadays texting, iMessage, and whatever Android fucking has, it's easy because you type out paragraphs, like almost like emails. Then
voice text.
Yeah, and you can voice text. But okay, that's a whole. That's thing. Like a completely. Oh my god! Like,
but there's no reason to have any sort of abbreviation because when you can type it.
And when you were typing out
or auto type it, your phone can just predict what you're gonna say.
T9, if like remembering T9 and the auto guessing feature, that was the coolest thing in the world. And now like typing out a sentence in T9 would take maybe about 5 minutes, and typing out a paragraph, I guess the equivalence is maybe actually finishing a whole conversation on an iPhone in 5 minutes. But I guess I mean, it was simpler there, and we didn't have to worry about a lot, and like internet was so scarce anyway. It wasn't that it was very hard.
It was very new.
It was very hard and very new and
confusing
and costly too. And it was slow, man.
Costly?
It was it was very costly
to
be online.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And it would take forever to get on anything.
God.
Yeah, my family
and then you couldn't use the dial-up phone.
Never got Wi-Fi until I was in college.
So they could never get phone calls. I mean, that was the coolest thing is like when like you were on the internet, you could always hear like usually 9 times out of 10, if you went online without telling anyone, someone would try to pick up the telephone, the landline, and you would hear that.
Yeah.
And then after that, then you would hear Godzilla scream,
"Get off! Get off! I'm trying to make a phone call.
It's important. We gotta know what's happening to your uncle." And like, yeah, I mean, I guess it was important to know.
And I mean, we had one computer in our house in the basement, so yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was always it. You just hear from upstairs just being screamed at.
Stop it! Get off! Get off! I was on the... Or like the worst is like they're on the phone, and then all of a sudden they hear, "Get off the internet! I was having a very important business meeting," or whatever. I don't know. But sorry about that. Sorry about your ears for a moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the levels. I don't think we killed anybody's ears.
Well, I killed my own during that, and my voice. Good thing we're 15 minutes in. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So social media. We joined all this shit. Okay,
Yes.
let's keep going here.
Yeah. So when it like grew,
Oh
so like
God,
college
massively,
for us,
right? So, I think the point to know when it grew was when we couldn't have our eyes off the phone.
Yes.
And actually,
College,
so
100% college.
I'm a big advocate for Apple, and I love what Apple has done and all the things
Sponsor
they
us.
create. They're amazing, and sponsors, but also they are a culprit in this idea of being glued to a glass screen. And because they're the people that invented the touch screen, iPhone way back when. And when Steve Jobs revealed that, it was like, one of the biggest things in the world. And now
I'm pretty sure
smartphones are-
anti-Apple people would disagree with you, but I don't know the facts.
probably,
I don't know the
whatever.
facts. But
They can agree and they can disagree, but they're talking
either
to
way,
a screen right
touchscreen
now.
was yeah.
It was
Yeah, you
sure.
can't argue with us right now because we're here and you're not.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
You get to hear this after recording, so you cannot
So
argue
you
with
can
us.
just go
leave
suck
a comment.
chord
leave
somewhere.
a comment.
And leave a comment, you trolls. So basically, I think when we were glued to our screens, we were more disconnected in a very connected world. Meaning, we're looking at our phone, we're replying and talking to people there, but we're not talking to them in real life.
Well, I mean, you people could say that still.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah,
absolutely. But I think
when it first just had this huge blow up, I
Oh,
think it was just like anytime you were on your computer, you had several tabs open, one of Twitter, one of Facebook, one of
unbelievable. And I think
everything.
I think now in the dictionary, I believe it's now in the dictionary. Selfie is in the dictionary.
Yeah.
And so, oh God, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, sure, I take selfies.
Remember
all
when
the time, but,
selfies were like weird to see someone doing in public?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
still am uncomfortable with doing
me
a selfie in
me
public.
too. Me too. But
But
I've
now
always
it's
been,
everywhere. There's selfie sticks. Everyone's taking a selfie. It's the norm. I take tons of selfies.
is-
Well,
do-
like groupies.
Do you think it's
whatever
because like people feel more confident taking the photo themselves rather than asking someone to take a photo for?
Well, yeah, I think it's a trust thing. Don't take my phone. Or
I've never like had that idea, but it's more like, cool, we're all here and let's capture this moment.
I mean, I still ask people to take my
I
phone
think
and
it's-
take pictures.
Hell
of
yeah,
me.
they turn out better. Come
Yeah.
on, back. Like the
Yeah.
rear camera is always going to be stronger.
But you
than
gotta
the
make sure you get somebody who
front piece.
knows how to use a camera or a smartphone.
Yep.
Because if you get like some old guy who doesn't know what he's doing, you get
Yeah,
like
those
a blurry,
old guys,
like,
man.
selfie of like 3 neck chin double chins
The best-
underneath of just a guy trying to
The
figure out.
best part is I did that once, but I don't remember who took it. But like they took pictures of themselves accidentally, and I didn't want them to retake it because they were being so generous. And so I was just like, "Well, guys, sorry, we got these pictures of like this old person's chest and like they're like lower neck."
It's just the memories, the moments.
I thought that memory would actually serve me better than the memory with me and my peeps. But okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty and start bitching a bit.
Like we haven't already.
No, fuck no. So
When were you when you were most addicted to social media?
high school or college? Like end of high school into college, because in college, that's how you connected.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For me, it was totally college. I mean,
Junior
and that's
year.
when I got Twitter and
Junior year of high school.
Instagram and everything because all I had was Facebook.
Yep.
I definitely used Facebook a lot more in college
Yep.
because every weekend you're posting partying pictures
Yep.
and every day you're bored and you have to have a status update on whatever is happening
Yeah.
and you have to share some sort of political article about like what you believe.
My favorite
And-
is anything political on Facebook. Real quick, is that picture of I believe Viggo Mortensen kneeling, and he says, "Prepare, the political posts are coming." And like or something, and like
Yeah.
of course it's now like a meme or whatever the kids call it these days, and it's changed through those darn rascals.
Darn kids.
Ah. Get off internet,
Oh my God.
uncle.
That scared the
Sorry.
shit
Yes.
out of me.
Your uncle needs to know what his birthday is. Anyway, I don't know. He forgot his birthday, I guess. But no, sorry everyone. So I think I really got addicted or really into social media my junior year of high school. That was clear because I had just come back from a program where there was all these people that I don't go to school with, and so I'm like, that's how I keep in contact with them. / all those photos. You're right.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is keeping in contact with people that you don't like. Facebook. That's all it was like, oh, I gotta keep in contact with this person.
Yes, it used to not be that though. One of the coolest reasons I thought was really the photo aspect.
Yeah,
and I love seeing people's photos, and I love seeing my photos, and like, and then it became, Facebook became its own thing, and it really took off in many different paths, and now it's really in this singular stuck path, which we'll get to later. But I think that junior year definitely, and then college, totally. Like, there's a lot of parties, there's a lot of events. That's just how you were in the know of like everything.
Exactly, events. Oh my God, everything. Parties.
Events even after college, like
oh my God.
that was like the biggest thing, like auditions and stuff
shows,
like that. Mm-hmm.
Anytime someone has a show, you get some sort of event invite. Yeah, it was insane. I say was because I don't have a Facebook anymore, and it's the most liberating thing. And I haven't thought about. I honestly, like, I'm having a revolution right now, a realization right now of how crazy addicted I used to be.
Oh yeah.
Because my life was just every day. I'm like, check. The first thing you do when you get up in the morning.
Check.
And
then there'll always be a tab open on your laptop or your computer. Like Facebook is open. Like you never log
always
out.
Open.
You never log out.
Nope.
And that's the point of it. Did you just lick that bottle?
I did just
All
lick
right,
the bottle.
for those that are listening to this podcast, she just poured herself a glass and didn't want it to drip, so therefore it licked the bottle of wine.
Ooh, dirty.
Yeah, that's right. We're Bottles and Bitchin', where we get a little bit dirty.
Like a bottle.
Like a bottle. But okay. I think that's like my catchphrase, but okay. I say that a lot. But okay.
Anyways, wow, this is getting out of hand so quickly.
No, absolutely. We're 22
okay. So the bad. We're kind of getting towards the bad. So, what were like some social media pet peeves of yours? Like what do you? What drives you nuts when
rants
you see it?
Would be one. And also,
you mean like this whole podcast?
Yes. I hate when people rant, and
Too
you
loud.
spiked.
I'm so
you
sorry.
Spiked. But I do hate when people rant.
Sorry.
I'm okay with people ranting once. That's cool. You gotta let it out of your system. Be therapeutic. But then you're ranting again and again and again, and now it's starting to be for affirmation. And you're like,
sure.
Now I don't want to follow you anymore, and because you are ranting and you are really pissing me off. And even if it's something with like I totally agree with, I'm just like, I want to see your life, not about like I don't want to see this kind of shit. And okay, so that was one thing that pissed me off, and the other thing that kind of drove me a little bit bonkers is these people that post either pictures or statuses just for affirmation, just to be liked, right? I'm like, there was a part of me and part of my time on Facebook where I would like things that were sad, with people because, ha 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 ha, or no, oh sorry, that would be a meow.
Oh my God.
But the things that were sad because like, don't post that on Facebook, like you're literally, because you're posting that for affirmation, and you are seeking, you need to
like when someone's depressed and they post about it,
not like, oh sorry, my pet rabbit died. Like I wouldn't be sorry for the hair. No, it would be like, oh man, life is so hard, so many challenges thrown at me, I suck at life.
You would like it? That's so mean.
Yeah, well, you know what? Suck it up and don't post it on Facebook and get your ass up. If I posted anything like, I'm feeling down, this is the worst day ever, so many bad things are happening to me, but then if someone knew me and it was because I wasn't giving a shit and I was posting like, I'm doing a bad job, I'd be like, yeah, you are doing a bad job because you're not giving a shit. So it's those people. So it's that kind of shit. Not like
I get it's cries for help, and sometimes these things.
It kind of is a cry for help, but it's also like, ooh, I know they're going at home and going, who like that? Cool, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes people post things like that, and they don't realize that they're doing it for attention or affirmation
Sure.
I mean, just in general, I think that's most of what social media is people will
Yes,
post
I
something
agree.
and not realize that they're posting it because they want to hear the feedback. They want to see what
But there are people out there that are just literally posting because like they want to get those likes or anything. And I'm like, so if you only hit 5 likes, does that mean that you failed? And also, here's the thing. Facebook didn't have likes for the longest time. All you could do was comment on it. It was you posted a photo, you never went like. That never used to be a thing. I remember when that was not a thing. It was not even a heart.
Right. It was just Twitter or whatever. Or
you posted a photo.
Like a little, here's
that's
thing.
Cool. And then you could comment on it, right? And that was it.
Did you just get a notification on your watch?
I did. My social media is blowing. Oh no, it's a text message. It just.
Oh, okay. I was about to make fun of you.
No, I'll read it. It says, "Yes, damn it, I don't have donkey brains." That's literally what it says.
That's weird.
It's a quote from "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia."
Yeah.
Danny DeVito. But also, so that's another thing that pisses me off is people are literally just on social media to get information because they don't feel like their real life and the real world is worth anything. So that in itself is sad because you're relying on something that doesn't physically exist to make your life worth something. And that to me, I wouldn't like that necessarily. I would be like, get your shit together and stop looking at a webpage and
sometimes it's not even that extreme. It's just the subtle look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. And,
all about me.
Yeah, and it's I post on social media.
Same here. I'm also guilty of some of this. I have to say, I am totally guilty, and I have done this. And I've had people message me going, you should take that off. You should take that down. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're totally right. I was heated in the moment, and I did this, and it was stupid, and it's gone.
Yeah,
I've learned from that shit.
I stopped posting out of anger and things like that because I totally had Twitter tweets or Facebook statuses bitching about something or being frustrated about something, just wanting validation that my feelings were right. Or wanting validation because I'll post something I'm not feeling so great today about myself or whatever, and someone would be like, no, you're gorgeous, or but that's such a toxic environment for everyone to be in, and that's kind of what all of social media is. And I think a lot of people find themselves in that world without even realizing it. But there's a part of it you don't even realize you're doing it because you want that validation.
And I think that I agree. I think that in different forms of social medias, the ones that we've mentioned, it's different in a different way, in a different accord, right? So Facebook has text and pictures and all this other things. Yeah. Instagram, the affirmation that I've noticed is people posting pictures about their self-care and stuff that they're doing. I know I post a lot of pictures about me going to the gym, one that holds me accountable as a person. That's why I do it. And I don't do it because I'm ooh, I hope a lot of people think I'm a good looking man and that I'm working out because I'm lifting a 20 bar dumbbell and I don't
wow, you're so strong.
Thank you so much.
You can lift 20 pounds.
Yeah, on each arm. But that's not the point. The point is to progress, right?
Right. And that's fine and that's great. I mean, sometimes social media validation is okay and great. Mm-hmm. But sometimes okay, I remember when I was in high school, a family member of mine posted a very depressing status. Okay. And it seemed on borderline.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay.
It seemed borderline suicidal.
Ooh. God.
So I messaged this person and I said, hey, how's it going? Are you doing okay? Is there anything I can do? And I got a response of, you don't know me. You don't know my life. Leave me alone. Jeez. And I was like, oh, okay. So then why did you post that? Why would you post something that was clearly a cry for help? And you don't
want help.
Okay. So what is that? I mean, I'm sure there's.
Could have been
great
heated.
now. Everything's great now. Definitely much better. But yeah, and then there's the people who will post overly happy statuses and pictures. Look at how great my life is, and look at how happy I am, and hashtag, I don't know.
Beautiful.
Best life.
Beautiful
Hashtag
life.
living my life. Hashtag YOLO.
My life's
Remember
better
when
than
YOLO
yours.
was a thing?
Oh God! And we'll be talking about YOLO and everything else,
and like relationships
and so many other things. But first, Christy, we have to take a quick break here.
Yes, we're taking a break.
We're gonna take a quick break. Yeah, something new. Woo. We're gonna throw in a little bit of our advertisement from our sponsors. Hey everyone, this is the part of the podcast where we ask for your support. So Bottles and Bitchin is a podcast where we, Christy and myself, are funding absolutely everything. So we have these bottles of wine that we purchase that go in, but the funds, well, we need your help to keep this podcast going.
Yeah, so we have a Kickstarter that we have started, and we're looking just for some generous donations to help support our podcast, to keep us growing, keep entertaining you, to keep bitchin'. And your generous donations will help, keep us going, and we'll reward you with fun perks, such as a shout-out or possibly a drunken doodle.
Hell yeah.
And there's different tiers of pledges on our page, so just check that out. And you can check out what all the different rewards you can get.
Yeah, we'll have everything on all our social medias, like every single one of them, because, we can't function without social media. No matter how much shit we say in this episode, we need it to survive. And this is something we do
part of our society.
Yeah, this is something we do for fun. And, well, we would love your support. And
we'd love to keep doing it.
Yeah, my goodness. If you like it, we'll keep doing it. And if you don't like it, we'll keep doing it. So now, back to the episode. Hey, Christy.
Hey.
Hey, you know what?
What's up?
I just went to the bathroom. Hashtag YOLO.
Okay.
Hey, Christy.
Hey, what?
I just jaywalked. Hashtag YOLO.
I don't understand.
Hey, Christy.
Hey, what?
I just became a vegan. Hashtag YOLO.
Hashtag vegan life.
Hashtag vegan life. Hashtag vegan YOLO. No meat included in the hashtag. Hey, Christy.
Hey, what?
I just got in a relationship. Hashtag no yo. All right, and we're back.
Great.
So let's keep going with this shit. Let's get this fucking thing done. All right, now, so I'm kidding. Okay, I do want to talk about relationships because this is a huge thing on social media. Because hashtag cute pic, hashtag cute couple, hashtag oh my god they're gonna get married, and then 2 weeks later their relationship mysteriously vanished into the grave.
3-month anniversary.
Oh
guys, anniversary means
wait,
1 year.
She just killed my ears as well as yours.
I'm so sorry.
She got into it.
His microphone or his headphones just like flew off.
It's like that commercial where the guy's sitting in the couch or in the chair and he's like, you don't see the TV, but you see the light on him and you see the lampshade and all of his clothes and hair go back while he's listening to like surround sound. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, you're giving me the look like you don't know what I'm talking about.
But I almost did a costume design for an advertisement where I had to make bodysuits to look like the couch. Yeah, anyways.
Anyway. We were talking about relationships.
Sorry.
So the relationship aspect. Okay. Hashtag cute couple. Hashtag 3 months.
Okay.
Hashtag Chrissy speaks.
My worst pet peeve
about social media
is when people have to prove to you their relationship is amazing, and they're literally counting the days they've been with their boyfriend.
Are you telling me you don't have a calendar where you like X out and then like you have a date circle like 1 week anniversary?
I have a friend. She's a dear friend from college. I enjoy her a lot.
Oh man, is her friend a buck?
But I can't.
Well, fuck it.
I'm not listening to you
jokes.
anymore. I just want to talk about what I want to talk about.
This is where we're at, people. Go ahead. Continue, Chrissy. I'm sorry.
I have a friend. I enjoy her a lot. But I haven't talked to her in a while, and all I see on social media is hashtag day 357, hashtag day however whatever, and then hashtag time with him.
Is him capitalized? It could be
God.
No,
it is not God.
It could be God.
No, it's not God.
Okay.
It's her boyfriend.
Does
and
she,
it
but she
drives
but she
me
worships
up
him.
the wall. It's like she worships her boyfriend. It's weird. I don't like it. It's weird. You don't have to prove anything to us. Yes, you're devoted to each other. I post pictures of my boyfriend. I was about to ask. But I don't, at least I think I don't get all up in your face about it. I try not to. Oh, okay. If you have opinions, you can tell them.
No.
I really do try not
about my
to
own
be
shit.
all up in everyone's now. Like, okay, maybe an ex's on Facebook or whatever. I've done some crazy shit. And actually, the day I met Marty, my boyfriend, Marty.
Oh yeah, good old Marty. Marty. Took me a moment.
Is that what we? Yeah, Monty.
I was gonna say I didn't know a Marty. Is this secret?
I know my boyfriend's
Is there
name.
a Mark?
Monty.
Is there a Mark or a Marty or a Monty?
Monty. Anyways, Monty.
Why did we say that like Monty?
I told him that we called him Monty, and he loved it.
Oh, he's filled with class.
So if he's ever a guest, we'll just refer to him as Monty.
Well, Monty, what do you think of the wine?
Anyway,
continue about
when Monty and I first met, I tweeted my last tweet. My last tweet said, "Dear."
Twitter?
Name of the coffee shop he worked for.
Monty's surprise.
Dear coffee shop guy, I think we have a coffee rival going on. Hashtag.
Did he have?
I think we have a Romeo and Juliet thing going on. Hashtag coffee rivals.
Oh, he didn't have a Twitter though.
He didn't. No.
Monty didn't have a Twitter.
Monty has zero social media, and it's so refreshing, and it's why I got rid of most of mine.
Wow. Okay. Now, my story. But my story is not so great. I used to want to have a person that would do that. Could you believe that?
Like the hashtag 4-week anniversary.
Yep, absolutely. And do you remember Samantha?
With him.
Do you remember Samantha? She was a dancer who we met at the state fair.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And that was exactly that person. And I was like, oh, man, that's so not great. Yeah. And then I was in a relationship with another girl named Cynthia. No, we already gave Cynthia. We'll name this one Carol.
By the way, when you were talking about Cynthia, I had no idea who you were talking about until after the podcast.
Oh,
I
that's
know
funny.
all your stories.
Oh, you do? Well, okay. Well, this one's called Carol.
Okay,
so Carol so I'd like to use 50s names. I don't know why, but I just use Debbie is the next one, I guess. So Carol, now I gotta go back to know who the hell Carol actually is in my mind. Oh yeah, so Carol and I, had on and off kind of stuff, and I remember you got real pissed at me, and you wouldn't talk to me actually for a while, because of a photo I posted. And I posted it. Well, it wasn't just because of the photo I posted, but I posted this photo between me and Carol, and it was a very stereotypical. You couldn't get more stereotypical than this photo. In an apple orchard, in a tree, looking at each other lovingly, and then you add some poetic nonsense in the comments, being like, this is why I was brought on this earth, and that fucking crap. Ugh. But yeah, it was the worst. And actually, I looked at myself and went, this is a fake persona I just released. I know this isn't me, and I'm doing this because the other person is desperately wanting that.
Yeah.
So talk about this great segue.
Yeah.
Fake personas online.
Sure.
Because one, AIM, you would have I've had conversations with good friends, not strangers, good friends, and they're way more confident online. And this is when I started to realize you can have an online persona and a real life persona.
Definitely.
Because then when I met with them in real life, it was awkward as fuck. It was we couldn't talk to each other. There was a girl, we'll call her Debbie. Great, Debbie. You won't know who this Debbie is. But Debbie and I would message, and we were gonna go on this trip to New York together with a bunch of people, right? And I had a crush on Debbie, and we did a show as kids. And I was maybe in 8th grade, and I had a crush on her, and I let her know that, and she kind of had a crush on me, but she was like, "Let's play this cool. We're going on a trip. Let's not, get any further than that, right?" So basically, I stopped talking to her, and then I was like, okay, well, when we met in person, we didn't talk to each other at all. That's how crazy it was. And it was like, there was an online persona. Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, no, I was just hearing some weird creaking sounds. I was trying to figure out where it was coming from. I was trying to do it. It's your chair. I know it's your chair. Anyways.
Okay, sorry.
I wasn't sure if it was
for those
up
listening,
or not,
I rocked back and forth on my chair creating creaking noises. But actually, so Debbie was such a sweet girl, and I'm glad nothing ever happened. But again, remember, like, nothing ever happened. You're like, oh, you didn't fuck her. I'm like, well, no, we were in middle school, for
that's
Christ's
gross.
sake.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I have to clarify this on a podcast.
There are people.
Let's remember this shit. Let's remember this shit,
Prove your
kids.
manliness.
No,
I'm
kid.
You know, I think there's people who enjoy the safety of being able to be whoever
Online?
they want.
Is
Like,
that why
you
we
know-
chose really fucking weird names for AIM?
Yeah.
Is that why that woman was
I
named
think it
Princess?
was-
Because it elevates her own status?
Yeah.
So when someone
and
talks to her,
it's like-
oh, that's fucking weird because, oh, that's fucking weird. But also, like, makes sense.
But yeah, I think that's just in general, people want to be the best versions
mean,
of themselves or be.
You
what
wouldn't
they
call
wish
yourself,
they
like,
were.
dumpy, redheaded boy with a good old boil on his front forehead at gmail.com. Who wants to message that guy?
Well, no, and I mean,
Instead of, like, hot rod redhead at
Ew.
7:00 at gmail.com.
yeah, I mean, and like,
I
I mean,
hope
we
that's
can
a
talk
no.
all about, I mean, the fake Instas and stuff of people posting pictures of them driving like some rental hot rod kind of car, you know, like some fancy car.
Hashtag
going, like, oh,
time
I got
with
all
them.
this money, and they don't really have all that money, you know.
No.
But like, it's just stupid. Like, don't be stupid on social media. Like, and like.
Well, okay, like, but on social media, people define so many different things. On social media, they define relationships as the end-all, be-all. Hell, pretty soon in the dictionary, Facebook official is going to be under relationships. And, like, I forgot. I have to be honest. Everyone have to be fucking. I'm like looking at the crowd right now. I have to be honest because, like,
Hey, everybody.
Thank you, live studio audience. But someone I asked, like, I wonder if so and so are together, and someone responded to me, well, they're still Facebook official, and I went, I forgot that was an actual thing. Like,
Yeah.
once you're off Facebook, you
Yeah.
are no longer in a relationship, and like. Once it's on Facebook, you are officially on it, like in a relationship.
I remember being
so
in a
funny.
relationship and wanting to change my Facebook status. Or actually, well, to be real, when Monty and I met,
Yes.
they didn't want to change. Me.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have social media.
Super real.
I didn't want to, like, I also, like, for the first 3 months of our dating, didn't consider him boyfriend. So, like,
Agreed.
I didn't consider us dating.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I same thing. With all these names I've Carol, who was the
already
one
did
that Carol, who the picture.
Sure. Mhm.
I didn't want to have relationship status on Facebook.
Right.
I did not want
But
to
she,
have
like,
that.
demanded it. Right?
Yeah. Because so we
Sorry
kind of got like
if I cut off
drunk
your-
or high, I can't remember, but it was like it was a moment of like we were intoxicated, and she's like, I think you need to change your status. You need to change your status. I'm like,
Yeah. I remember
and I went, no, well, why? Like, well, we're official, aren't we? I'm like, well, yes, of course we are. We have been. Like, well, I think we should let the world know.
You're not official until you're social media official.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so, of course, at this moment, I was like, well, I'm with this woman. I'm not going to say no because I don't want the repercussions of when I say no.
Right.
And I'm like, what? Well, to me, like, I'm thinking, oh, what's the big deal? I don't really care. Like, sure. Changed. But then all of a sudden, everything else changed because of that. Like with me, I went, now I see this every time I log in, and I don't need to see that. Like, it becomes superficial. It becomes very superficial in the sense of like, okay, so now every time I see me, I'm automatically connected with this person. And then Facebook or other social medias now, when you are dating that person, they automatically somehow know. And so you pop up, that person pops up all the time. Whenever they post something new, they're at the top of your feed.
Well, and in real life,
you know,
you have to be taking pictures together constantly to prove to the world
Lord
that you're together.
Almighty.
And I will say I do take part in this, but I don't do it.
But also,
those
I'll
reasons,
say that what
you
you
know?
do is you take photos, but you don't post them.
Yes, that's yeah.
You take photos to remember them.
Yes.
And
I even print photos because I'm super old fashioned.
Yeah, and
I
it's-
have a photo album.
it's a different thing though, Christy. I believe of like I like to take I will actually even rarely take photos. I will just
Yeah.
want to live in the moment and like
No, I
remember
love,
everything. But
I
then
love
like
living in the
the
moment.
same
but
time
yeah, I want
after
that
it,
photographic
yeah,
memory.
after it, if I don't take photos, I'll be like, fuck.
If I hadn't
Should've
taken
remembered this.
pictures of Monty and I's trip to Guatemala, we would have 0 pictures of Guatemala.
I believe it.
You know, like
I believe it.
I do it for
Memory's sake, you have to
yeah.
remember the whole trip.
I mean, there's a reason why people took photos in the first place.
Exactly.
But
it's just
social media got out of hand. How many photos do you have on your phone right now? Sorry. I mean, like, yeah. I think,
So-
like, it's just kind of like, how many photos do you have posted on Instagram? I have over 1,000 photos posted on Instagram.
well.
I
According
have
to my, according to
2,618 photos on my phone.
okay, I have almost 600 posts on Instagram, and photo wise, I don't know how. Oh, I have 2,513 photos.
Yeah.
Right.
How many pictures are we taking that are actually meaningful?
Oh man.
Even I don't take that many photos, I don't think.
No.
But not all the photos are meaningful.
My most meaningful photos will be taken with my actual camera.
Like, here's a picture of my meal. Is it meaningful?
Mm,
But also, I do like sharing like my recipes because I make good food.
but that's a difference between like, oh my god, I went to this restaurant. This is a beautiful looking thing, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
posting it on Instagram. You're uploading it for the business, cool. But if you're uploading it for you, you're doing it for affirmation. And then like, man,
Yeah.
if you made something that's I fucking post food photos sometimes, and I'm like, oh man, that's great because like I put my heart and soul into this, and I'm not a fucking cook.
Yeah.
I'm an artist,
For me,
but not in
food
that
photos,
fucking way.
Food photos are things that I do like. Most people don't. Okay, I don't know what most people, but I know people are annoyed with food posts and with like cute
That's
dog
alright.
posts and cute baby posts, but I freaking love them. Today, I don't have a Facebook anymore, but a friend of mine was on Facebook today, and she had a video on her Facebook on her screen at work, and it was of dogs wrapping blankets around babies, and it was the cutest thing I've
Dear
ever
God,
seen.
they're
It
committing.
was the cutest
They're
thing I've
combining
ever
so
seen.
many fucking cool things.
It was so cute.
Well-
I need to find that video. It was so cute.
Yeah,
I like things like that. They're stupid, but they're cute.
Right.
But they're also huge time wasters.
and that was another thing that Facebook Facebook is equals time waster.
Instagram too. I still have Instagram.
Well,
Such a time waster for me
Instagram-
sometimes. On that explore page,
No,
just scrolling through
tot-
like drag queen videos, just like
Shit.
wasting hours of my day.
I would
watching
say like I
clips
totally
of shows I've already seen.
I would totally say I'm an Instagram guy, like
Yeah,
because,
same.
but then
I'm
relating
an
it
Instagram guy, guys.
but like full circle, going full circle for a moment. I joined Facebook to see photos and
Yeah.
not have to like them necessarily, but just see them and see what
Right.
people are doing.
And share.
And
yeah.
Instagram took upon that idea of just photos, no status. No status. You can add comments. You can add your like little thing.
You can
and
have
people
paragraphs of a.
But like that is cheating the system. If you look at how people do that, they have to fucking put dots and dots
I
and dots
know.
and everything.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I mean,
if I
I
have
never
to
read
click
those.
see more, I don't want to read your shit.
Yep.
And if I have to click see more and it's like a huge thing, I don't want to read that.
Yeah,
Sure,
because
you're
you
on
know
a
what, my
beautiful
thumb
life
muscles can
journey.
do other
I
shit.
get it. I
That's
get
right.
you're on a life journey, but why are you posting this to me? I don't want it. Why? What do you have to prove to me? Something just turned on and started.
Oh, that's my central air.
You have air conditioning on right now?
No.
Oh, like heat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anywhoosies.
Hey guys, we're in an apartment. We're not in a recording studio. It's great.
Yeah, no, I keep my recording studio apartment. A recording studio real nice and cozy.
There's a couch here. Our set's beautiful, you guys.
Let me tell you, the mini bar.
Oh, the mini bar is so great.
It's just filled with bottles of wine. So what was one thing on social media if you could change one thing about social media, what would it be?
One thing?
Just one. Yeah, just one. Easy.
Time limits. So like our phones now tell
Apple.
us how
It's Apple.
long we're on our social media.
Yep.
I'm going to look at it right now. It's probably too long for me. I was on
Mine's
social
usually like 4
networking
hours, 3
for
hours,
55 minutes
Wow.
today.
Shit. How do you check that shit?
Swipe left, like scroll down and then swipe left, and then it'll say like screen time. You there?
Oh, yeah.
How long were you on social media today? You can be honest. We won't judge. Except we're judging.
As user iPhone, screen time will be reported here. On the last 7 days, I've used Instagram for 4 hours and 25 minutes. I've used Snapchat for 1 hour and 25 minutes.
Do you know the day? Do you know today's?
You know, it
Can
was...
you- can
oh,
you
yeah, I
do
do know
today?
today's. Okay, yeah, it did show.
How long were you on social networking today?
1 hour and 35 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
What was yours?
55 minutes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, it seems like a lot, doesn't it? And I don't feel like I was scrolling through Instagram for an hour. I had to work.
I mean, I charged my phone at least 2 to 3 times today.
I mean, I'm sure it also records when you have the app open on your phone.
But still, no, I think that's
Still,
pretty accurate time.
I think
About an hour.
I know of a lot of people who have. So let's start talking about why we quit. But I know a lot of people who have quit Facebook or just like taken breaks from social media and things. And we both have taken so many breaks.
I have a qualm.
Qualm.
Yes, I do.
Qualm.
With
I shall sip my wine while you qualm.
but not with Monty. So my
I have a qualm with Monty.
my qualm is this. So I am guilty of this, but also I'm not proud of it. All right. She licked the
I
bottle.
like the bottle again.
And I did it too because I'm
you're ahead of me.
I'm a conformist. All right. So I finished my bottle.
By finish, he means he poured it into his glass.
Oh, she's on the tippy top. Sorry. You can't see this, but it's really entertaining for me. She might spill it, and it might be really funny to watch, but you won't know. Anyway, so my qualm with all that is when people make the long post going, "You guys, I just need a break from social media."
Why are you posting you need a break from social
Just
media on
delete
social
that
media?
shit. Just yeah.
Why?
Yeah, right?
What do you need to prove to us?
So-
I'm so concerned you got off of Facebook. Why aren't you answering my message?
Yeah, no. So the last I did yeah, Chrissy just
so
blew
sorry.
your speakers.
I'm
if
using
she
a new
did,
microphone.
just send
I'm
a
so
check
sorry.
to us. Oh wait, no. We'll send a check to you. No, wait a minute. Scratch everything I've
Send
just
a
said.
check to us.
Send
yes.
a check to us. That sounds good. For the damages, and we'll just cash it and put it in our account.
If you heard our advertisement earlier, check out our Kickstarter.
Thank you. So
That was brilliant.
anyway,
What's your qualm?
my qualm is, and I've done it, and I'll give my example of like, hey guys, I just need a break from social media. I feel like I'm wasting time on here and using it a lot, and like whenever I have a spare moment, I'm doing this, and I want to focus on my creative activities, and I want to focus on like all the cool aspects that I have going for me. So I just need to cut it and like focus on other things. Cool. I hate that shit. I hate what I did, and I'm not happy about it.
I've done the same thing.
And I mean,
It's
like,
okay.
a lot of people have. And then I went back. And I only went back maybe after, like, a couple weeks. It was not a long thing whatsoever. But then, recently, maybe in May, I got rid of my Facebook. And I didn't say, I'm gone. It was just more like, where did he go? We don't know. Like, it was like people came up to me and were like, I was trying to like look you up and I can't find you. I'm like, well, that's because I don't exist on there right now.
Yeah.
And it was hard for me because I do have Facebook fan pages of all the things that I do. And luckily I have a compadre that is running that for me. And
this podcast has a Facebook too.
It does.
No.
I mean, if you want to search for it and find it, that's fine. We literally
We're
had
probably
it.
never going to post to it because
we won't.
neither of us ever want to go on Facebook.
No,
but we
and
have one.
and the reason is because Facebook really controls the internet.
Anything
And
you want to do,
it
you have
has
to
to
log
be-
on with Facebook. You don't have to.
Well, no, you do though. There's like
well, yes, when we try to set up,
absolutely.
yeah. But sometimes you can just do email. But yes,
For Instagram, to create our Instagram, ladies and gentlemen, we had to create a Facebook.
yes,
And
to create a business Instagram,
business account.
Yes.
That's all you had to. Like, I mean, every single app I have on my phone. Do you want to connect it to Facebook? Like every single app. I kid you not. I don't know one app that doesn't. Maybe the calculator. But like even the calculator probably wants to know my Facebook information.
What was your breaking point with Facebook?
My breaking point was like I don't really know if I had a breaking point, but I had a revelation of like I just got back from the gym and I went, you know what? I just don't need this. Like, what am I using it for? Is it helping me? Also, there are people on there I don't want to see, but I know I can unfollow them, but do I actually need this? And then I texted you. I literally was like, you know, I don't need this anymore. I feel like I'm going to be better and healthy, I'll be healthier without it. And like, I got rid of it immediately.
How long ago was this?
May. Since May.
Great.
So like, I'm almost going on a year and it's fantastic.
Going on a year. May is like the 5th month of the year.
Yeah, almost going on. Almost.
Okay, yeah, the almost is more than a half year. Okay, yeah.
Rescind your judgment.
Credit given.
Credit is approved.
I have been sober from Facebook for 2 years.
Holy shit.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I have been away from the Facebook world for a while. I love it.
What about MySpace? 2 weeks.
Still got that.
2 weeks.
No, I have been away from Facebook for a very long time, and it's been really, really great. The only downside has been when new friends of mine think I have a Facebook and they will invite me to things or like think that they've invited me to things even though I don't have a Facebook. You don't know. They like don't realize I don't have one. And so they're like, "Oh, I thought I invited you to that party or that dinner or whatever." And I'm like, "No, you didn't." And they're like, "Oh, do you have Facebook Messenger? That just download the Messenger." And I thought about it, but
no, but like that's not how the world should work.
Just text me, call me. Like, tell me in person. Honestly, if you tell me in person that I'm invited to a party, I will go. I have, but like Facebook invites, like even when I had Facebook, I never responded to
It's
them.
very true.
Yeah, my breaking point was, I don't want to get too political, but the moment that Trump became president, I got rid of my Facebook. I was just tired of seeing what people were posting.
On both sides.
I'm
boof. The boof party had won it all.
I'm not going to get political, but both sides for sure. Both sides for sure, because I don't need you to keep reinstating what you believe and not doing shit about it. That's honestly my biggest Facebook pet peeve was the political shit.
Okay.
Because everyone who posted something didn't actually do anything about it, just wanted to be on the bandwagon, yell at other people for not being on the bandwagon, and not understanding a single thing they were fucking posting.
That was the biggest.
I am so
that's the biggest
like
point.
that gets me riled up.
It does.
Because
She's riled.
I can't stand when no one's actually doing shit and they're just saying they are.
So that's why you got rid of Facebook.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That
was the reason. Well, I mean that's a valid reason. I got rid of it because
during women's marches, and I support people believing in what they want to believe, but I don't like when it's all bandwagon and it's all social media based. It's social media. Like, you wouldn't be doing this shit if it wasn't on social media.
Right.
And is that really making
personas?
Okay, we're not going to talk about politics,
like it's the different personas. The persona versus that versus person.
Yes, and you want to fit in, and that's the big thing. You see everyone sharing these things, and you see everyone doing these things, so you want to do them too. But are you really believing in what you're doing? Do you even know what you're doing? Do you even know what how your impact is on the world?
Shit's fucking ironic. You got it. You got rid of yours.
Once I got rid of my social media, I had way
mine,
more in-depth conversations with people about politics and such, because I was truly talking to people and not just posting shit and not just reading stupid articles that mean nothing and have no actual facts to them. I'm actually having conversations with real people from all over the world and country. And we're sitting down and we're talking about it.
So that sounds like a good thing. Like, okay, so that it sounds like
I
actually
found the person connection again.
It sounds like social media actually helped that in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
No,
let's,
I still use social media. I still have Instagram. I still appreciate all the things I've had. I kind of want to go back on Facebook to just get all the photos I had on Facebook, but I don't think I'll go back to Facebook ever.
Okay,
and
so
if Instagram gets worse, I'm gonna get rid of it.
three great things about social media.
What are yours?
Mine would be reconnecting with friends.
Yeah.
My second one would be seeing all the great successes that are out there.
Yeah.
And 3 is possible opportunities for the future.
So this is what I will say on that, not to bash your 3 good things.
Jesus.
But, and I know we're at, I know we're at time, but I want to just say,
I know this is what she's about to say. I saw it in her face. You can reconnect with friends. You can do this, and you don't even need social media. You have a phone.
What people really say when they say, oh, you got rid of Facebook, I can never do that. And I think most people I talk to are like, oh, I wish I could delete my Facebook.
Sure.
Everyone who says that to me, I'm like, you can.
Like, there's a button.
It's not like Facebook controls your life. And if it does, there's some reevaluating you need to do.
Yep, there's something there.
Because if you wish you can delete it, you can. And if you think that you're going to lose this connection or, yes, this possible professional, connection or whatever, there's emails.
Hell yeah.
Share your email to the people before you delete your Facebook. If that's all you have connecting you is Facebook, share your email. If it's a true human connection, if it's friends from college, if it's a true connection, you want to keep in touch with that person.
Hell yeah.
Get their text them.
Call
them.
I like
FaceTime.
the email.
There's
That's
so
great.
Email.
But the thing is, remember, this will be my last comment.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you're volleyballgirl74 at gmail.com, just make sure you change your email before you email back to all these friends, because you need to make sure your email be your first and last name.
Yes. Or just at least if you're applying for anything professional. My 3 favorite things about social media is,
Go for it.
Yes, seeing what other people are up to. I like that. I do like that.
Me too.
But I'm not actually connecting with that person if I'm seeing their photo.
Unless you like it.
I mean, I like it, but are they going to really see, oh, wow, Christy liked my photo? Like, no one's actually.
I do.
Oh.
I totally
Okay.
do.
So that's 1. 2, yeah, it's kind of all, I guess. My 3 are just seeing what people are up to, especially like babies and nephews and nieces and things like that. I really enjoy
dogs
seeing
putting
and
blankets
dogs
on
and putting blankets over babies. So cute. But yeah, I mean, social media is good. Just do it in a healthy way.
Well,
that's
with
my
that,
send-off.
I guess that's a perfect send-off, Chrissy. Thank you so much. And thank you, JT, so much. You're welcome. And please make sure, if you are on SoundCloud, subscribe. YouTube, subscribe.
Like,
Instagram, comment, subscribe.
Do all the
follow.
social media things that we just criticized doing.
Because,
do it
one,
all.
we have to survive. And also, please, check out our Kickstarter campaign.
Yes, please.
Help us out. Help us continue to make all those wonderful things possible.
The links to our Kickstarter will be on our social media pages. We'll post it on everything in
Absolutely.
our bios underneath or before our episode.
Totally.
Yeah. Find it.
Well, that's all we have for today.
Yeah.
Cheers and happy drinking, and we'll see you next time on Bottles and Bitchin', where the bottle of wine goes in and the bitchin' comes out.
Bye, guys.